Furrow with the boss
Hey!
is really going up. You also got rid of your shield, by the way. I don't know why.
Why don't you have one?
Can I get a plate?
I don't even know that was possible, Brandon.
I didn't either, but...
What?
I removed my shield. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, you can have no shield.
Treasure!
Heart container?
Oh yeah, Tyler, you know what kills you in one hit? You don't complain? Creepers.
I do.
Oh, man.
I do complain. They do get me sometimes. Honestly, I think creepers piss me off more when they blow up
My structure.
my structures over them one-shotting me.
Yeah.
I think they just damage my stuff more often than they kill me.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, so
Stab it.
I gotta figure out a lock on. Stab. Turn to the
twist,
left. Stab again.
Cool.
Bam. I'm a keysmith.
Now, I don't think the Minecraft movie is lore accurate, but if it is, creepers are technically made out of grass.
They showed them made out of grass.
Yeah. In the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, the movie they're made out of grass. They have
No.
little like leaves sticking out of them and stuff. It's weird. It's so weird.
Is there a quick way out? Just gotta go the old-fashioned way, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's fine by me. This place actually is a lot smaller than I thought.
So now that you played the DS games, Tyler, if we played the multiplayer Castlevania game, which character would you like to play? Now that you pretty much know them all.
Ooh.
You pretty much know all the ones that are...
Who are the characters in that game again?
You get Soma, you get... Charlotte and Jonathan are, I think, actually split up. I don't think you dual play them. I think they're their own character.
Okay.
You got Shinoa. Shinoa! And then you get Richter.
So you now head back to the X on the map. If you
I think
want to put
Richter?
Yeah.
Was it
you
Richter?
can put a blue marker there so it shows up.
You get Old School
That's fine.
Simon.
Just go in the middle.
Yeah, there's Old School Simon. I think Richter from Symphony of the Night, I think. And Alucard. So yeah, I think you know how all those work.
It's a hard pick.
Can I make this?
No.
It's too big.
Yeah.
But there's all that stuff in the ground. You can just go.
Sadly, this game's glider only goes straight down. It's not like Breath of the Wild where you glide.
Alucard is a sick choice. Soma is a sick choice.
Soma was fun in that.
I like Jonathan and Soma. Or Charlotte. But I also really... Even though her game pissed me off, especially the final boss,
Dracula
I really
was
do like
crack.
Shinoa.
Dracula was crack in that game.
How come you haven't hit this?
When you hit one, it turns off the others. They don't all stay on at once.
Because I only really played Soma to get through that. When I played solo. Oh, you can play Maria too.
Maria.
Okay.
Yeah, Richter's little...
Oh! That's funny. The
Like
Richter mode
fresh?
in...
I have to go around.
In Portrait of Ruin is Maria with him.
Who is she? She's like half his age.
He rescues her in his very first game, Rondo of Blood.
Okay.
And she is a little kid in that game, so that's where they get that from. And she's like a distant relative.
Okay.
Like cousin, like several far ways down. She can use magic like Sypha, because she's technically, since she's related. But she uses weird magic. She uses like animal magic. And she is a playable character in Rondo of Blood. She's the second character. You know how every time you beat one, they optional? Mm-hmm. She was optional as a little girl. So the version of her in Portrait of Ruin is just her from Rondo of Blood. Just everything straight from Rondo of Blood.
Okay.
Because they kept her little. They didn't make her her big version from Symphony of the Night for some reason. Well, yeah, because that game's like in the future. I forgot. It's farther ahead than Symphony of the Night. So I don't know why, but it's just because it's like...
There you go. So hit this.
Little gimmick.
This rock.
You can ignore the rock.
You know there's going to be nice loot in there.
That's what you think.
See? I got some rubble. You didn't expect that, now did you?
True.
Collectible rubble, sir. Hey, can I talk to my homie?
Hey, hold on. Don't worry about him. Look at the map. Okay. The water, straight left, 9 o'clock. The lightning, straight up, 12 o'clock. The fire, 4 o'clock. That's important.
If I start here and then you go by the Pokemon 2000 movie where they always said fire, ice, and lightning in that order, I'll remember it that way. fire, ice, light. They always said it in that order. It's like in Kingdom
Okay.
Hearts 2, they always say Sora.
Which is the
Donald.
first one? Hey, water's gonna go first, I think. So you want to go all the way left.
Oh, this is totally different.
9 o'clock.
Stab it in.
Yes.
Okay, fire.
Oh, I see the water and fire, and then fire's all the way on the other side.
It's 4 o'clock.
Fire's the very last one.
More. One more. There you go. 4 o'clock.
And then lightning goes straight up.
12.
I was totally thinking something different. Forget what I said. Baby's first puzzle. Give me access, you fool. This one's for the boys.
Well, I'm glad. That means Tyler played all the Metroidvania Castlevanias.
Oh yeah, that's all of them.
Yeah, Symphony of the Night, 3 Game Boy, 3 DS.
Cool.
I don't think there was any others. Yeah.
And I played all the secondary modes that had story connected to them. So.
Yeah, cause see, that's even I didn't do that.
Which was just the sisters mode in Jonathan's game, and the Julius Belmont.
Just being chilling.
Being chilly.
Alright, what's
What
the
was-
gimmick here? Am I gonna burn to death?
That's just a fire dungeon.
The Julius Belmont mode was
I thought we
just
already did the
story.
fire.
What was the sisters mode? It's Maria and somebody
Dang,
else. Is that what it
pissed
is?
at nothing.
Those two vampire sisters.
These
that you
bitches-
saved.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
That's how you
You
furrow a
play
brow.
them, and their entire gameplay was using the touchscreen, so the entire game was right stick and.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, well, one of them, wherever you click on the screen, she just fires humongous ass magic like machine gun speeds. She's just. And then the other one,
That's right.
the other one, you would slash, and she would do cut damage anywhere on the screen. But you would use Loretta the entire time because her machine gun was broken until you found an enemy with extremely high magic resist. Then you would use Stella, and that was it.
Freaking magic cheese.
But that was a prequel. That was them going through the whole game and then fighting their dad right at the end, and then getting bitten and turned into vampires in front of them.
Yeah. 'Cause I forgot they got turned into vampires. You're vampires. They're the last of the cards. That was the guy in Bloodlines that used the spear.
Yep, you talked about John.
Yeah. John Morris and I forget the name of the other guy. I just know his last
Eric
name.
Ricard.
Eric. Good old card.
You can just call me Wind. And then later on, okay, my name is Eric.
I beat Bloodlines with pulled characters, and Lucard was definitely easier because of his spear jump let you cheese so much.
I had no
platforming.
idea that there was going to be a follow-up to Bloodlines, because the very first time I played that,
Yeah.
that was the first time I even heard of it.
And
Like,
it
no
should-
one talks about it.
And then Shinoa's game, all those villagers, if I don't remember if they outright say it, but if you don't put it together, they're all the Belmont clan.
Yeah, that's what Albus is going after.
Yeah, it's a bunch of Belmonts.
But, like, diluted Bloodlines.
Yeah.
That
not-
was one major thing that pissed me off, by the way. That the game gives you absolutely no hint of what the true ending is supposed to be, and you fight Albus and you die, and then they
Yes.
show you where the villagers you missed are, but they only show you one screen. And
Yeah,
two
they're
of
like,
them-
here. And you're like, what level is it? Because this game is level based.
yeah, and two of the, like, I got 11 of the 13. The last two are hidden behind hidden walls in very specific sections of the map.
Yeah, I had to Google it.
Not fair at all.
I had to Google it.
And then the bosses were all spongy, Dracula especially bad.
Yeah, but I did love how he had such cool attacks that sent you to the wall. You get too close, he just friggin' Ganondorf forward tilts you and you go
The
flying.
first half of his fight is the same 3 moves on repeat, and then the second half of his fight, he starts doing combos of moves that I don't understand how you're supposed to be able to dodge them.
Yeah.
And that game gives you almost no money, so there was no... I had nothing to go back and buy new potions with.
Fortune of Ruin had my favorite Dracula fight. 'Cause I like that he teamed up with Death finally for the final boss.
Yeah, that was so
Duo
cool.
fight was cool. I was like, oh, Death's finally, they're not fighting you one-on-one. They're ganking you. They're ready to fight.
That was cool.
Because it was always 2v1, because it was always Charlotte and Jonathan versus boss.
So Hannah and I thought Dracula in that game was an interesting design, though. He had no facial hair, he looked young, and there was like, drawing him like, oh no, he's hot.
Yeah. He was cool in that one, though.
He was cool. And Death's artwork
is
in that
awesome.
was super cool.
Yeah, Death was sick in that one.
I like how Death was like, oh, there was another vampire here. I'm gonna go deal with that. See you guys later.
Yeah. He's just like, yeah, I got a different vampire to deal with.
Nice.
That guy thinks he's so
Or, like,
cool.
it's funny though, because when I was trying to look up stuff for Charlotte's game or for Shanoa's game, the same guy who was complaining about that was complaining how Portrait of Ruin was a horribly unbalanced mess. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. That game
It was balanced pretty well.
That game flowed pretty well.
Yeah. That was the only one on DS that was rushed. The other two weren't rushed.
Which one, Shanoa's or Portrait of Ruin?
Portrait of Ruin.
Oh, it was rushed.
Yeah, that one was rushed, but I thought it came out fine. They still...
Shanoa's game had a lack of save points. It had that stupid villager thing I mentioned. It had the spongy bosses.
Its bosses were a big thing.
Apparently there's some group of items and spells you can put together that make you do like thousands of damage per hit. But like, how is any normal person supposed to find them out?
Yeah.
You have to equip the Dominus that goes on the R button that damages you constantly. And equip the Death Ring. And a ring that I never found called the Judgment Ring. And then equip one Dark Spell, one Light Spell.
Mm-hmm.
And then do the up combo move.
Did you do the super challenge areas?
No, I didn't even find them. They were behind hidden walls in Dracula's castle. I didn't. To kill this thing, Drew, you have to hit all 3 heads at once.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, there's only 2 of them. One's a parkour challenge, and one is just a whole set of enemies. And the one that's a whole set of enemies, I'd put on the Dominus that lets her fly. And then I would shoot those bouncing balls that bounce around the rooms, and I would just sit in a corner and
Oh, by the way,
cheese them all day.
smart idea that they let Dracula have a hard counter to the flight glyph.
The flight glyph.
As soon as you
cheesed a
turn
lot
it
of
on, he
things.
starts hitting the entire room with flames that go from floor to ceiling.
Yeah, the flight glyph cheesed a lot, so they didn't let that at least be a thing.
But dang, man, it was rough finding that out.
Yes.
Okay, so you can't do anything with that yet, but you can push these boxes. You
I
can
like
break
these
the
little
wooden
baby
boxes. You only
scorpions.
need that one metal one. Jelly. So just push that all the way to the right.
Drew's got it. He's been progressing really good while we just make this a
Pretty
Castlevania podcast
really has
episode.
Welcome to Castlevania Skyward Sword.
Hasn't been really
Now-
much. That's confusing.
Now Tyler just has to beat the OGs, which he's beaten 4.
I beat the OGs that I wanted to beat.
Did you play 3 on NES? That's by far the best one on NES, and it's actually one of the best
I
ones
didn't beat any
total.
of the NES games.
3 is really good, actually, even though it's on NES. It's still.
What was in that
old stuff.
Castlevania collection?
I don't remember.
It had, I think it was Castlevania's 1, 2, 3, 4, Game Boy 1, Game Boy 2, right?
Probably. I just remember 3 was my favorite on the NES. On the SNES, it's 4 because they also have Dracula X, which is fun, but it's hard as hell. They didn't balance it well.
So far, this dungeon is
Three's
pretty
fun.
straightforward. Drew's picking.
Oh, Drew's been destroying it. This guy's a good gamer.
You just gotta blow up those boxes right there.
These?
Yeah, so you can jump across. Just crashes.
Because my wooden, my metal sword isn't good enough.
Well, I
There's
don't
some
think you
strong
can
wood,
reach
Tyler.
over there. What are you doing with this?
Seeing if there's more boxes.
Rondo of Blood is
But
so
no.
good. I really want them to re-release it. It's not that remake that they did though. I guess the remake's not bad, but
Rondo.
I didn't care for the 3D graphics they used in it.
I will say the graphics that they used for that haunted castle revisited were kind of ugly, but I will say I didn't hate it, but it was like super slow. Like Simon walked like a freaking snail in that game.
It was slow in the original too,
Yeah, it was.
and it looked like they used the same amount of visuals.
The visuals are greatly improved.
Damn.
We went back and Johanna and I were like, oh, what the heck?
Getting
I
all
mean,
my
like
business.
the same like visual like style, I guess, but they improved like resolution and clarity and
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, they redid a lot of assets. Like the level,
Yeah.
like level 1 comparing the two were completely different levels basically. Like they hit some of the
yeah.
same points, like fire shooting out of the ground at one portion, the trees coming to life at one portion, but like the layout was not the same.
Yeah. Did he still use the sword in that game?
What?
The sword?
No.
Now, in the original Haunted Castle, you start with a whip,
Yeah.
but when you upgrade it, instead of a chain whip, you just got a sword.
Oh,
In the next
you know what?
episode, Brandon will deal with this room. See ya.
Oh.
You upgraded it and you got the ball and chain whip, and you upgraded it again and you